I'm traveling today and I want to talk to you about distraction. So, being in an airport is a great example of how a lot of us use our time. And when I say that, I mean how we use our time every day. So, for a lot of people today, and I'm going to guess maybe you, when you're not doing something you enjoy, or you're waiting for something, or you're not enjoying what you're feeling, the immediate impulse is to be distracted. And when I say be distracted, I mean you distract yourself with your phone, your TikTok, with apps, with communication, with messages, with texting people who really don't need to hear from you about things they don't need to hear from you about. And so we become numb to whatever it is we're not enjoying or we don't want to experience. But there is another way to take your attention away from perhaps that which might feel like boredom or something unpleasant. And you're not going to believe this, because this is actually the healthiest form of distraction that you could possibly learn and practice. And I'm telling you, if you can start doing this today and nothing else, you will begin to change your experience of life, your health, your relationships immediately. And believe it or not, the most powerful and meaningful form of distraction is simply being present. Now, you hear people talk about being in the present moment all the time, and it sounds like what you're doing, because what else would you be? But not being present is about focusing on things that aren't where you are. Not being present is about distraction. Not being present is focusing your thoughts on the past and future. Not being present means that you are not with your senses, attentive to what's unfolding in the present moment. Now, interestingly, all the boredom and emotional despair and stinking thinking that you want to distract yourself from when you use your tablets and devices and electronics, well, that's not the present moment either. So neither the stuff you're running from nor the stuff you run to is the present moment. And that's actually good news, because that means that if you learn to focus on the present moment experience, then you'll find that both of those things lose their grip on you. They lose their hold on you. The other thing that's extraordinary that you will find when you learn to focus with your senses, simply on observing without analysis or storytelling or blaming or naming or shaming or any of that crap, you will discover that the present moment is fascinating. So when I'm in a public place like this, and I'm just trying to get away from people, and I'm using the present moment as my distraction, then what I find is that there's all kinds of absolutely amazing things going on around me. I find art exhibits. I find people that are fascinating to look at. I find styles of clothing that I've never considered. I find plants in the most unlikely places. I find birds up in the ceiling. The point is that when we truly understand what it means to be mindful and to live in the present moment itself becomes a kind of extraordinary show of life. And it's experiential, it's participatory. We learn to pay attention to the smells and the sounds and the energy and the sensations. But the one thing that remains distinct in this kind of experience of the present moment from all the stuff we're running from is that we are in the mindset and the consciousness of the observer, which means we're not identifying with any of the things we're seeing. Now, we may have that funny thoughts about someone we see or something we come across. We may have a reaction or anger, but when your practice is just experience the present moment as though it were a kind of show, like a Cirque du Soleil, all set up all around you, right, wherever you go, then you start to find that life is fascinating. It's amazing, it's engaging, it's absorbing, and guess what? That will take you out of what you think about it and into a new relationship with it. So try this out. Think of being present in the moment, mindful and fully engaging your senses as a spiritual practice. Think of it as a way to manage difficult emotions and difficult relationships, and you will find that it is not only enriching, but it's fun, it's inspiring, and you will actually start to learn a lot about yourself. All right, follow for more. And don't forget to check out the oldsoulrepublic.com. We have a free weekly newsletter, no promotions, just messages. I guess that's it. Catch you later. Bye.